Hello and welcome back to another episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. It's episode 108. It's brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook. And guys, today we're talking about socks. Not a fun sock day for me, but socks are important and baseball is a very superstitious sport and guys like to come out the same way every day, but there's a lot of differentiation. Some guys like the long pants, some guys like the high socks, and some freaks do both. And we're going to break it down and classify everyone today. We're going to go position by position and talk about who wears the most long pants and who wears the most high socks. We're going to start at first base, and unsurprisingly, most first basemen rock the long pants look. I feel like when I picture first basemen, I usually don't see them in high socks. It's not that surprising, at least to me. The only true first basemen we could find that wear high socks very frequently are Joey Votto on the Reds, Josh Naylor on the Guardians, and Andrew Vaughn on the White Sox. In total, it's only about 13.7% of first basemen that wear high socks regularly. Catchers, it's even more of a majority. 43 out of 50 regular catchers wear long pants. High socks among catchers is very rare. It would be distracting, it's in every frame of the broadcast pretty much. There's only been one catcher this season to wear his pants both ways, and that's the Yankees catcher Kyle Higashioka, who's worn both long pants and high socks behind the plate. Kyle, I think you got to make up your mind. Now, when we get to the middle infield, that's when we see a little bit of differentiation. Wearing high socks is most common at second base. 26% of second basemen in 2023 are high socks wearers. They're the least likely to wear long pants exclusively. Just over half, 52% of second basemen stick to wearing long pants and just long pants. Shortstops, it's more of an even split. 45% wear their socks high, and 25 of 48, 52% wear full-length pants. It's a very clear divide among shortstops. Third baseman, though, that's most of the hybrid guys that you'll find in baseball. 10 of 49 regular third basemen in baseball right now have worn their pants both ways, including three guys, Eduardo Escobar, Mike Brasso, and Josh Harrison, who started wearing long pants the majority of time, but have switched it up at least once this season so far. A lot of guys at the hot corner still making up their mind. This one was really shocking to me. Among outfielders, 45 of 67 regular outfielders that we could find wear long pants exclusively. That kind of seems like a high socks position to me. I don't know, maybe that's just something in my brain. And as I mentioned before, baseball is a very superstitious sport, and sometimes guys just switch it up to see if they can find their mojo, like Twins starting pitcher Kenta Maeda, who was a long pants guy for pretty much his entire career until he entered a funk and decided to throw up the high socks for one of his starts. He ended up going 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts on that game, his first game with high socks, so maybe it's here to stay. The Yankees have one of the most exclusively high socks infields in baseball. DJ LeMahieu, Anthony Volpe, Oswaldo Cabrera, Kyle Higashioka, all these guys frequent the high socks, and that's pretty much the most uniform infield you can find in baseball. And before we go, we should mention all the guys by name that do both high socks and long pants, because I'd really love to get inside their brain and figure out why they do this. Is there a reason? Is there a factor? Alex Bregman, Jose Ramirez, Patrick Wisdom was 9 home runs to start the year, Josh Rojas on the Snakes, Eduardo Escobar on my Mets, Josh Harrison, Taylor Walls. What is the reason, guys? I feel like you have to pick a side. You have to go in every day with a routine. Baseball's about superstition. Changing it up could really mess up your entire mojo, your entire game, or maybe we're freaking out for no reason. Maybe these socks don't even matter because, hey, the series is called Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. And it is brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook, the sponsor for today's episode. Guys, I would not bet on any of those aforementioned guys like Bregman and Ramirez for what sock decision they're going to make that day, but you can bet on plenty of other things at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, if you're a new customer, use promo code STATS, S-T-A-T-S, bet $5 on a pregame moneyline wager and win $150 in bonus bets if that bet cashes. And then you can use that money on whatever you want, some same-game parlays, some more bets after that. Whatever your heart desires, DraftKings has you covered. Go download their app now. Use promo code STATS, S-T-A-T-S, and take advantage of this offer today. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Any resources you might need for a gambling addiction are listed down below as always. Guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. And hey, just to trip up your coworkers, maybe show up to work tomorrow with a little bit of high socks action. They won't see it coming.